I missed my kids' pumpkin carving tonight, and I should be working on their last-minute costumes before the trunk or treat. I have a student at Anthony Burns Elementary, and I've got a preschooler. But this is so important that I needed to be here for my family, because one of the criteria that you all had was quality of life. And I'm telling you, if you bring Buc-ee's here, it will negatively impact our quality of life in Stafford, and especially in the neighborhoods of Embry Mill and Austin Ridge.
And I put 20% down on a beautiful single-family home in Embry Mill. And when I walked into that home, I thought about the beautiful life that my 5-year-old was going to have there. Riding his bike to the Embry Mill sports fields, playing on the playground. I walk him to his bus stop right at the corner of Shields and Alder, and I see all the kids there. They're playing tag. He is living his best 5-year-old life. But now, after learning more about this development, I'm thinking about not all the fun he's going to have. I'm thinking about when he's 13 and he wants to go with his friends down a busy road and potentially get hit by a car. I'm thinking about there's already through traffic on Alder to avoid the traffic and get to 95 faster. I'm thinking about the increase in that traffic and him playing tag with his friends on the bus stop. I think about the negative impacts this is going to have for his childhood and for my life, and also the property value that I invested so much of my money in to give him a great life. And I know that the individuals over here to my right are saying they want to work with us and they want to be part of the community. They don't want to be part of the community. They want their bonus. They want their bonus. I'm a member of the community. My neighbors are a member of the community. They are not. So please, I implore you, not only are there the environmental impacts, there's the safety impacts, the traffic impacts, think about the lives that we envisioned here in Stafford County. We, the taxpayers, who worked hard to buy our homes. Think about the life we envision for our families, and then think about whether or not the decisions you make are going to make those better.
You know, why is Buc-ee's going next to a neighborhood? We have Embry Mill. We have small business people who are opening up businesses, small businesses in Embry Mill. What is going to happen to those people who have put their heart and soul into their own business? Traffic coming off of 95 visits Embry Mill Shopping Center. But they're not going to now because they're going to go to the tourist attraction. Hey, see the beaver. What about the traffic signals on 95 advising of traffic hazards? I know a lot of people coming through the highway, they see it, hit the brakes. What's going to happen when they see the Buc-ee sign? They're going to hit the brakes. Well, guess what? You got people trying to get home doing 70 miles an hour. Bang, bang, bang. When I was an insurance appraiser, I hated the 95 sector. All the accidents. It only takes a couple people to hit the brakes and traffic is backed up 5 miles. What's that going to do with Buc-ee's? Traffic, people slowing down. Oh, look, are we going to go? Oh, let's stop. And then traffic just comes to a standstill. It doesn't take much. And then you have all the overflow onto Route 1. It's a madhouse.
For those who have never visited a Buc-ee's, this is not a normal travel center. This is not a Wawa or a Sheetz. Buc-ee's is a tourist destination attributed to the Disney World of gas stations. Let me repeat that. Buc-ee's is a tourist destination. Families will plan trips just to visit a Buc-ee's location. Many of you watched the news coverage of the opening of Buc-ee's in Rockingham County. Customers lined up for hours and traffic backed up on I-81 all day. It looked like those early Black Friday deals that Target and Walmart used to do back in the day, with customers cramming to get in. In the official Buc-ee's proposal for this location, the first estimate said they estimated 20,000 vehicles a day. The second estimate said they anticipate 25,000 vehicles a day. The current estimate does not have an estimate in there. The current proposal does not have an estimate in their official proposal.
I had been to Buc-ee's before in St. Augustine and Daytona, and I knew the traffic was horrific. I just don't think it's a good product. I'm going to go out there. I've been there. I think it's overpriced, overrated, and we can do a lot better than a Buc-ee's.
I ask you to not approve any permits related to this Buc-ee's. I was born and raised here. I went to school here. And we've seen a tremendous amount of growth in my lifetime of 30 years. Since 1995, 100,000 people have moved to this county. Growth can be a good thing. Today, we are one of the wealthiest counties in America by median household income. We have a low poverty rate, and we are in a very good position to not be in a position to need jobs and to need a little bit more sales tax revenue. This Buc-ee's is not the type of growth we've seen with Quantico and the nation's capital being so close.
I'm not against Buc-ee's, more power to them, conduct business. I understand why they chose the location that they did. It's got the new cool traffic pattern that gets people off the highway. I have no doubt it gets people off the highway, but you're dumping people from the highway into a neighborhood. And I can't wrap my brain around that, and I certainly can't wrap my brain around it if there isn't a reasonable plan for getting them out of the neighborhood. Right now, it sounds like we've got an idea about how to get them in there. We're just not really sure about how we're going to get them out. So I'm not in favor of it.
I am against it, but my major concern is when you come out of Buc-ee's and to get north, you have to turn left and then left to get on the highway. But most people, I bet you 100% that when they come out, they're going to turn right on Austin Ridge Drive, go to all the way to Mine Road and try to get on 95 that way. That concerns me with all the high schools kids that live in my neighborhood, that drive coming in from Colonial Forge and the road being jammed up. Number one. Number two is the magnitude of the store. It is a huge store. Why can't we get something for the people who live and pay tax in Stafford County? You guys have been talking about we need a movie theater. I still haven't seen it. Buc-ee is not going to benefit the people who live here. It's going to benefit the people who come off the road to get gas and get brisket or whatever they're doing and get back on the road.
This stretch of I-95 is already one of the busiest corridors in the country. Yay us, we've surpassed Los Angeles in this area. That was just this year. So something to be proud of here in Stafford, right? 30,000 new vehicle trips per day. They say 20,000. I think that's a conservative estimate. Unfortunately, Mr. Beard has said that patrons would simply get off and get off the highway, go in, get back on. He can't guarantee, though, there'll be no secondary impacts. He can't guarantee your cars won't pile up on Mine Road. Can't guarantee they won't cut through Embry Mill to escape gridlock. Can't guarantee on July 4th or any other holiday traffic is going to be rerouted, or those cars won't speed through our neighborhoods at 40, 50, 60 miles per hour, putting our kids in danger.
If you've been to Buc-ee's, you've seen it. It is pandemonium. And this is not something that we can even, right now, it's so congested to even get over to the commuter lot where we go catch the Omni ride up to DC, where it takes approximately 12 to 13 minutes to get from where Publix is, light, across the interchange, light, turn left, to get to the commuter lot. So I want you all to think really long and hard about what you're doing to the population here who are paying taxes, who deserve better.
We're talking 830-something parking spaces. So I got on my phone, Google app here, and looked. Walmart has 800 parking spots as well. That's Walmart. And they bring in $4.3 million of tax revenue to Stafford County. I found that on Google as well. So Target, which I suspect also has a higher tax revenue, but has 700 parking spaces. So we're talking about Buc-ee's and 836 parking spaces as compared to what? So I think the issue here is about that you all have to make is risk versus reward. I'm not, also like one of the other neighbors, I'm not against Buc-ee's. I just think it's on the wrong corner.
The traffic that is to come is not going to be like the normal congestion we're accustomed to with commuting. We're going to deal with it 7 days a week, all day long, and the numbers, some say 10, 20, 30. The point is exponentially more vehicles will turn off 95, go into this area, and then they have to get back on. They'll have to go back on the Courthouse Road.
If you put a pin in the map at my house, and you did a 5-mile circumference around my house, there are 15 gas stations within that circumference. So why do we need another one? And to the admission of the developers, they did say that this is for the visitors, the traffic coming off of 95.